Hey everybody, how are we today on this Adelaide very cold wintry afternoon? Although it is spring, I feel like I've been saying that for the past year. We've all had some crazy weather here in Australia, so I'm just going to double check that it's all good, and there we are. Okay, today on our live we are going to be talking about some questions that I am getting sent in to me really regularly about collagen. So let me know when you're coming on, where you're coming in from. I'm always interested to know what part of the country all of our LTLA community is residing in. So do drop it down below so I get a bit of an idea. As most of you know, eventually our headquarters will be moving, and we're kind of bit by bit gearing up to that taking place. So I'm always interested to know what the weather is like. I just want to escape the cold South Australian weather and just follow the sun. So do let me know. All right, so today we're going to be talking about collagen. However, please, as always, as I'm talking, and this is only going to be about 15 minutes, so it's not a long live at all. So I want to really just be concise and cover some questions that are really common and that come through to me regularly. And you know, it's really interesting because I've been in the game for a long time. Most of you know my story, but really I started getting very serious about my studies around the 16 years of age mark. So, you know, I'm 54 now. It's a long time I've been in the health sciences studying this. And I was only reflecting the other day, you know, in the early days, I'd be in my clinic and occasionally there would be information coming through on collagen, a little bit like gut health. Back in the day, there was no information, maybe one document, one newsletter, if not definitely one study coming through a week. The same applied for collagen. And it's been an incredible journey because now collagen is flooded in the marketplace. And I probably don't even need to tell you to take collagen. Most people, because of all of the marketing that's taken place over the last 10 years, you know, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry now. With the marketing that's taken place over the last, 10, 15 years in particular, people are very well educated, and it's almost like collagen now is a foundation nutrition. Collagen is like a multivitamin. We now know that we need to take it every day. So I'm not going to really tell you about the ins and outs of collagen and how it works and all of that. I just really wanted to cover today, you know, the more common questions that do come through, and these are really important questions. I'm just going to grab my other phone so that I can see any questions that do come in. So collagen, you know, the first question I often have is, what are the signs and symptoms? What do I really need to look for if I am deficient? Because most of us think it's just the skin. Most of us think it's the fine lines and wrinkles. Oh, I can see my round light giving me a beautiful shiny forehead here. But that we think about the skin, we think about a little bit of skin sagging. Maybe people think about the, cellulite. But we often forget that collagen plays a part with gut health. It plays a part with blood pressure regulation, not to mention joint pain, muscular aches and pains, ligament problems, those long standing, not so much arthritic, but those bursitis, those real aching problems that so many of us put up with, for a long time in our life. Some of the sporting injuries that we have, and they just never go away. I was one of them. I had a sporting injury when I was 16, and at 18 I took off in my combi and travelled around Australia with my dog. It was amazing, but I had to prop myself up in the combi with a pillow when I was driving because I used to have this excruciating hip pain, and that was with me always, whenever I'd clean, whenever I'd vacuum, whenever I'd mop, whenever I'd do anything, let alone lift weights or anything like that, that would just be excruciating. So things like that, when they're a prolonged injury that just, you're not recovering from, these are all the signs and symptoms. The other thing too is hollow face, dental problems, collagen and especially hyaluronic acid, which I'll talk more about in a moment. That's very essential for any orifice, any area that has a mucous membrane. So the eyes, the mouth, dry eyes, gum issues, dental issues, all of these things we don't often think of when it comes to collagen. All right, most of us go on collagen for the skin, and I did a live with one of our amazing mentors the other day, Philippa Bowman, and she was saying most of the people go to her, like with us, for skin issues. They take collagen because they've heard that it's good for the skin. However, today, let me tell you, it is one of those essential, it's not a nutrient, protein, but it's one of those essential substances that really does need to be consumed, especially if you're 25 years and over. Well, there's some studies are showing 20. So we become collagen deficient at quite a young age, which is quite scary. And, and we often see young women that look older. And then you see older women that look younger. Now, I'm not getting caught up on looks here, but I'm just trying to prove a point that when we do become collagen deficient, it shows in the body. So if you've ever questioned, what are the signs I need to look for, just go back to all of the signs and symptoms that I've just mentioned, and really that's what you need to be looking for. And there's lots of things that kill our collagen stores, and I did a whole Wellness Wednesday series on collagen. Go into our guide, go into Wellness Wednesday, and you'll see our collagen series where I talk about the collagen killers. The collagen killers as well as collagen boosting foods, that's all in our collagen loading guide. We've also got a flip book. If you want that, just reach out and we can send that to you. But there's a lot of collagen killers that we use on a daily basis, and most people don't realize. The biggest one is obviously our diet. It's what we put in our mouth. And, stress is the second thing. As soon as you start to get stressed, that certainly can have an impact on your collagen stores. But without a doubt, diet, when it comes to sugar, when it comes to refined processed foods, when it comes to gluten, when it comes to what we call AGEs, which is advanced glycation end products. And these AGEs occur when you fry things, when you fry protein at a high temperature. It produces these AGEs, and which is advanced glycation end product, and these AGEs, they cause our collagen to become break down. So there's a lot of collagen killers, as I call them, that we're actually ingesting as well as doing on a daily basis that kills our collagen stores. So, one, if you're over 25, two, if you're living in the modern world, honestly, you really do need to be thinking about collagen. However, I don't need to tell you that because, like I said, the collagen industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and there's so much education out there. And what that's done, it's educated the population to understand, that they need to be taking it. But the other really bad thing about it is that what's happening now is you get these marketing companies that are buying collagen from bulk collagen places, bulk collagen wholesale places, and they're putting fancy labels on it. They're making all the claims that us formulators, that the scientists and the researchers have invested hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds, if not millions of dollars into the claims for these products, and they're getting it out in the market. And more often than not, these products are really ineffective. And that's one thing I just want to talk to you about right now. Now, I'm going to be talking about a delicate issue, and please, if you're a little bit squirmish, then, or you're vegetarian or a vegan, then please just, you do need to hear this, all right? But do be aware that some of the sources of the collagen on the market are absolutely, I would go as far as saying revolting, absolutely revolting. We use, and this is the first question, what we use with our liquid Biocell and our Shape product, that's our signature collagen products, they're patented products. We use the top of the wishbone, the sternum of the chicken. Now, most of our collagen in the marketplace comes from beef, bovine, it's a scientific name, the pork or porcine, or fish. Unfortunately, these industries are highly unregulated. right? So what we find is that a lot of the byproducts of, let's just talk about beef collagen. And you know what? I look at this all the time when I go into the central market and I have a look at the beautiful branding. I love the way people market things, free range. When they talk about bovine collagen, being free range bovine collagen, being made in New Zealand, what else do cows eat? They eat grass. They're grass fed. So yes, maybe slightly better quality, but the efficacy, how it works on the body, just isn't there. You don't get the results with these types of collagens, and I'll tell you why. The very part of the top of the sternum, the wishbone, is exactly the same as our human articular cartilage, and that's absolutely vital to understand. There's two vital things to understand, actually. So when you're taking these other types of beef and fish scales, fish fins, pork, pig collagen, it's not bioidentical to our human body. And therein lies a serious issue, that people are taking these powdered hydrolyzed collagen and they're taking large amounts of it because they have to, because that's what their claims say, big scoops, 10, 20 grams of it. And it's just not being bioavailable in the body. Okay, the body doesn't absorb it well. They'll get a small percentage of it, but they're not going to get a lot. And I will put a diagram into the LTLA group to explain to you guys a little bit more about the absorption rate. So we do really have to be careful when it comes to beef in particular, because it is all of the offcuts. It is the snout, it is the tail, it is, and this is where I do apologize, but it is the, it's the anus. It's all of the parts of the animal, the beef and the pig and the fish that are not for sale. So they take the cuts from the beef, and that's, they go to the butchers or the wholesalers. However, what remains from the sale of all of that, right, is the parts that just don't get used. They get bundled up, they're made into a huge soup concoction, and that's what the bulk of our collagen in the shops are made of. And it's pretty scary. The same is with our fish. You don't want to be taking marine collagen. I'm sorry, I've done the research, and you really don't want to. The bulk of the marine collagen is contaminated. You need to be very careful. The bulk of our fish are contaminated, so we need to be very specific on what type of fish we have, and that's why we're always talking about just minimise your Atlantic salmon and your barramundi and your farmed fish, because that's where you're going to get a lot of, pesticides, residues. You're going to get antibiotics. The number one thing that they find in the sewage, in the sewers, in the I can't remember the word, but when the sewage goes into the ocean, is pills. Okay, they find pills because it's not broken down. So that's where we have to be really careful, and that's why I'm talking about bioavailability. What makes ours different is our liquid Biocell, and our shape is compatible with the human body. None of those other sources are compatible with the human body. All right, so that's the biggest one. So when you're talking collagen and aging and that joint dysfunction and all of the things that go with collagen deficient, and I failed to mention 95% of the population are collagen deficient. When you get to that stage, you want to be making sure that you're taking something that is bioavailable, that is compatible with our human body, with our human physiology, so that it can be absorbed. The other factor is also that we use a liquid, and that's what makes our liquid Biocell in particular, as well as shape, highly absorbable. That's why people get the results within, they start to see straight away within that couple of weeks, within the week, the skin starting to change, the nail, the hair thickening up. Oh my, I love that. I've got naturally thin hair, but I've certainly got a lot of it now, which is really cool. It's not thick. It's never going to be thick, luscious, that Italian beautiful thick hair. But certainly, it's just, I really enjoy now doing my hair in the morning, and how I've noticed how thick it's getting. So I lost my train of thought because I was thinking about my thicker hair. So One of the things that we do need to be aware of with liquid collagen, with our Biocell collagen, is that because it's a liquid and because millions of dollars have gone into these formulas, they've got 7 patents on them, that we're able to reduce the molecular size of the liquid collagen. And that's the other thing that makes us different. Not only is the liquid collagen sourced from a almost bioidentical type of collagen that we have in our human body, it also is the molecular size of the collagen makes it highly absorbable. And that's why we have the liquid. That's why we recommend when you are drinking the liquid Biocell, or as well as the shape as well, that you put it under your tongue. Under your tongue, you've got all of the small capillaries that make for rapid absorption. That's why sublingual tablets are very, very common. That's why when you've got a liquid, you just hold it in your mouth, just under your tongue a little bit, let it get absorbed into those finer capillaries, and it will distribute around the body really quickly. So they're the 2 things that I get asked all the time. I often get people sending in products, saying to me, you know, is this powdered form good? Is this capsuled form good? Is this tablet form good? Unfortunately, it will not give you the results that you're looking for. You're going to get a few results, but you're not going to get the big results that you need if you are, you know, collagen deficient. And once again, most of us are. So there is more collagen, and this is something that we don't realize, more collagen in our bones than calcium. It's almost like a forgotten protein. So if you are, you know, if you are working on your body, if you are trying to build muscle, if you are a man or a woman and you're getting into your 40s and 50s and beyond, and you want to make sure your bone density is good, please don't forget that collagen makes up the matrix of the bone, the bone structure. So it's found in skin and hair and cartilage and tendons and connective tissue. It's found in the fascia, bones, as I just said. Our discs are primarily made up from collagen. So spinal discs, right? So if you've had spinal injury, if you've got, you know, an old injury, and I started talking about, you know, my one early on, if you've got that type of injury, please make sure that you're replenishing your collagen stores. The other thing that's really important that a lot of people forget when they're going in for procedures, maybe they're going in for, well, any procedure, any procedure, whether you're going in for a cancer procedure, whether you're going in for a knee reconstruction, whether you're going in for a hysterectomy, whether you're going in, I had to have a tooth removed the other day. Now, it was only a short general anaesthetic. Actually, I had to have the root removed, but it was only a short anaesthetic, which is slightly different. But any person that's going in for a procedure over a prolonged period of time, maybe you need to be in hospital for 3-4 days, you're on your back, you've had your general anaesthetic, it is so important that you replenish your collagen stores. Now, one of the reasons I love Shape is because it makes sure that our lean muscle mass is maintained. So when we use Shape, we use it because we want to start to sculpt the body. We want to make sure that we've got good lean muscle mass. We want to make sure that, you know, we've got enough muscle that's going to give us a long life. Because always remember, muscle mass is a biomarker of aging. The less muscle you have, the quicker you're going to age, the quicker you're going to die. Okay, sorry to be frank, but you need good lean muscle mass to give you great body composition, to give you great, you know, everything, great mental health, great age. Okay, so it's really important that we build muscle mass, and that's one of the things about our Shape. And I'll bring that back to the procedures that I was just speaking about. Whenever you're going in for a procedure, make sure that you're collagen loading prior. Make sure that the body's got enough collagen in it, enough CLA that can help you preserve any muscle mass, because post-surgery, most of the time, people are on their back for, 3-4 weeks. Sometimes you're up on your back, or not walking, or whatever the circumstances are, for up to, 8, 9, 12 weeks. So it's really important during this time that you don't neglect your collagen stores. You know, and I suppose I can't stress this enough. Everything that we do in LTLA is about getting you on a health path. Now, I really don't care how you do it, as long as it is genuinely on a health path in life. All right, I want everybody to have a long, healthy age. I never want to be have a child in LTLA that loses a parent. Okay, it's our birthright, and everybody needs really good quality health. So when you're talking about long health path, you know, we always think about multivitamins and minerals and maybe magnesium. That's getting more and more publicity these days, which is fantastic. However, please throw into the equation of long, great, vibrant health collagen. Okay, because it almost now is one of those essential, not nutrients, essential things to take on a daily basis, because we are getting so depleted in it. All right. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is why we are different. Collagen, liquid Biocell collagen is not just collagen. All right, that's something that I really want all of you to know. Liquid Biocell collagen is made up of a trilogy of ingredients, and the formulator, Asma Ishak, who is the the CEO of Modere as well, but she has a rich nutritional background, a rich formulation background, a pioneer, an exceptional woman when it comes to pioneering incredible products that are really effective and work. One of the things that makes our collagen products so different, our liquid Biocell so different, it doesn't just contain collagen. It's not just a collagen product. Okay, it's got the collagen in it, which once again, like I said to you, it's highly absorbable. It mimics the human articular cartilage. It gets absorbed very, very quickly. Secondly, though, it's got the hyaluronic acid in, as well as the chondroitin sulfate. Now, those are the trilogy. It makes up the matrix of what liquid Biocell is all about, and that's why we get the results that we do. So the hyaluronic acid is a fascinating substance within the body. From birth, we start to get depleted. So from birth, you will every year become more and more depleted in hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is found in the eyes. Whenever there's the moisture, whenever you think of the joints gliding, you can think of hyaluronic acid. Whenever you think of the eyes moving and the moisture in the eyes, then you think of hyaluronic acid. You know, you think of it in the mouth, in the nose, in the ears, anywhere where there is moisture. So hyaluronic acid is really, really important as well, and that's part, you know, that works in synergy with the collagen. The other is the chondroitin sulfate, which is the shock absorber. All right, think of it like a car shock absorber. It will help protect your joints from everything that we do on a daily basis. You throw those three together, and this is really the other thing that makes it so special. You throw those things together, and there's no other product in the market that has the trilogy of ingredients like this. You throw them together, that's where you start to see the results that we get within, you know, LTLA. So, all right, now I'm just going to have a quick look, because they were the major questions that I really wanted to talk about today that always come in about collagen. So, look, we just got some lovely, people are just talking about their collagen results. So I collagen loaded when my knee was so painful. This is Claire. Oh, it's disappeared. I could hardly walk, and it was just becoming worse. I feel so amazing now with zero problems. Now, Claire lives in Malta, and I'm looking at, I see her posts all the time. She's always often walking and going, you know, places in collagen. I wouldn't even have thought you had a painful knee, Claire, which is really, really good. Then you've got Ray, and you know, for those of you that love our LTLA community, everybody knows Ray and the results that she's had with the collagen loading and her recovery time. If you haven't seen some of her scar wound healing results, please have a look. Just pop wound healing, just pop skin repair, pop collagen loading in the search function on your phone in our group, and you'll see some great testimonials, some real results. You know, it's all about real results. Testimonials, yeah, we think, oh, okay, you know, you know, but when it comes to actual real results, this is really what we're all about in LTLA. So let me just have a quick look. I think I've just got lots of people just tagging, and here we go. So I wasn't imagining when I said your face filled out. So this is Lisa Howe talking about her hubby Brett. I wasn't imagining it when I said your face filled out when you did your collagen loading. Absolutely it does. I know Brett, he lost a massive amount of weight, and he did the collagen loading, and I think Lisa's talking to, you know, the hollowing and the plumpness of the skin again when they start to collagen load. I certainly noticed it with my skin. So let me know straight away if you do have any questions. I'll be making sure I check and answer any throughout the remaining day. But I hope you got some value out of this. Really what I just wanted to highlight today, and I didn't want to take up too much of your time, and as again I've done 20 minutes, I can't seem to keep it to 15 minutes, sorry guys, but hopefully, you know, let me know, you know, your questions, let me know your feedback, let me know if you want me to discuss any other things. Like I say, I've got so much experience, and sometimes I've just got all of these filing cabinets in my head that just needs somebody to prompt me to open one up, and you know, I can talk about a subject. But I hope you got a lot of value out of today. I hope you really do understand the need for taking collagen. I hope you understand the signs and symptoms. That's really important, right? The signs and symptoms of collagen deficiency. I hope you understand the differences of why our collagen is so different in the marketplace. That's really important. I don't want people taking the beef and the bovine and the pig and the marine collagens, because you're going to be wasting your money. Spend that little bit more on a liquid Biocell and you watch the results. You'll reap the rewards, as they say. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for around the world. We've got Malta in the house, which is really, really lovely. But thank you for joining us. Take care, and we will talk soon. Bye.